when you talking with OC. Now when you talking with OC. Now when you talking with OC. Game lacing, no fee. You tuned in once, now tune in twice. They say life's a gamble when we rollin' the dice. Well, if that's the case, everything here is 4-3 and 7 on their ass when we talking with OC. Claiborne, real with it, homie, he fake born. Ain't tripping on these other podcasts cause they born. Pumping through your dial, it'll be worthwhile. Inhaling from the grass, they yelling that turf wild. Check the profile, every way he moves is legit. If he put you on the station, then you know it's a hit. And ain't gon' quit, you can tell the way that I spit. Every word come with flames on it, fire the pit. CCC, 7th letter, we BG. Clocking dollars like we scamming off this EDD. King of the hill, rest in peace, the king of the field. That's Diz and Mac Dre, boy, I'm keeping it trill. Now we talking with OC. Now we talking with OC.
Hey, talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. Just sitting up here on this nice 4th of July day weekend, hoping everybody be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? This is 4th of July, yeah, as we get older, as I got older and try to understand what 4th of July is all about and all of the stuff. I was kind of thrown back by some of the stuff I learned about 4th of July. I was thrown back. But 4th of July has always been a good time to reset, um, eat you some good barbecue, look at some great fireworks, do some great fireworks, look at them. So a lot of people doing little shows, firework shows around. It's always been one of those type of traditional things. But as far as celebrating uh, this as a holiday, like it's supposed to be celebrated, I don't think I participate in that. I just participate in all the good food and if some of my loved ones come through, it's cool. If not, I'm at the house. I'm trying to get my bearings for the week coming ahead. Got some big things. I got a big test I got to take on Monday, so I'm just relaxing today. Um, I'm blessed though because I got my sister, both my sisters came through. They cooking and my sister Sophie, she came through. She giving us some. We finna get some good barbecue. Just that type of thing. Give me more. I don't want to have more sauce than I have meat. Nah, we ain't ordering it from Bruh's Barbecue. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. So I'm just sitting up here chilling. Um, the reason why I got on today is because it's 4th of July, and a lot of things can happen and go on the 4th of July, and they happen to happen to us when we're out here making these high risk choices and decisions about when we out here using alcohol, and we out here using some of us out here using drugs. Not to say that I am using drugs, but I'm saying some people out here using drugs, and then it's a public service announcement. They get in the car and they drive, man. They drive, and then they get pulled over, and then they get that thing slapped on them, what's called a DUI. Now, when you get that DUI, it's a lot of costs a lot of money to get you out of it, or get it off your record. It's a lot of money going to getting that off your record. So I just wanted to be the one on here, come on here and say, be mindful of what you do today. You know what I'm saying? Protect the things that you value, because I got three things that in this life that huge things that I value. I value my life, I value my freedom, and I value my family, and I also value my faith. But that's down. That's number one. But valuing the things that you can control, and the things that you can yeah, that you can control, do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay out the way. If anybody going to any barbecues or anything like that, that's always good. That's always cool. You know what I'm saying? That's always good to go out to barbecues and and hang out with folks and chill. That's always good. But just be mindful of the things that you're doing. Just be mindful of how much alcohol you consume. Be mindful of how much uh, weed you smoke. Be mindful of these things. And if you're going to do these things, make a low risk choice, which means you can have a designated driver, or which means you could take an Uber, Lyft. You know what I'm saying? Some places have cabs. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of what you're doing, because the business that I'm in, you gonna have to come see me to get it off your record. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to come sit down and see me to get it off your record. And it's very expensive. A DUI is very expensive. It's not like you can just go get a lawyer and the lawyer can plead your case and then you good and then you're out of there. You got to pay that lawyer. That lawyer only can plead you down to so much, depending upon what your blood alcohol level is. You go from there. They got jail time. Some people got house arrest. Some people get community service. I think this would be all in the package. Hefty fine, hefty fine, and you got to take these classes to get this off your record. You got to take these classes, and they make you pay for one of those. If you able to get a restricted license, they make you pay for that breathalyzer that you got to put in your car. They make you pay for that monthly, and they make you pay for it to be calibrated. So, and say they gave you a year of that. Say some places will install it 250, and then you got to pay a $60 fee every month for having it in your car, and you got to pay for them to calibrate it every 3 months. That's a lot of cheese. It's a lot of bread, and then it depends on what how the judge rules in your case. You can either get a 6 month, 3 month, 12 month, 18 month classes you got to take to get that stuff off your record. So and those cost money. So and then if when you're in classes and you can't make a class that night and you have to reschedule, that costs money. It's just a whole lot of stuff hoops you got to jump through to get that off your record. So I would hope people would be responsible, protecting the things that they value, which I said earlier. The things that I value is my life, my job, my family. You know what I'm saying? I value those things, so I'm gonna do what it takes to protect those things and keep those things flowing in my life. I got to make these low risk choices when it comes to drugs and alcohol. I got to make these low risk choices when it comes to that. High risk choices, you could make those, but then you run the risk of things happening to you. You run the risk of folks getting harmed in some type of way, accidents, car accidents, people drowning, people doing all kind of stuff, people getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? And, people at venues falling asleep, getting robbed, leaving with some sketchy people, all that type of stuff, all that type of stuff. So we got to be mindful of the things that we do. We got to be mindful of the things that we're doing when we out here in the world today. Celebrate how you celebrate, because I don't celebrate the Fourth of July how it's supposed to be celebrated. I just want the barbecue and I want the time off. That's what I want. I enjoy that, but the other ways that they talk about, is sketchy. So I had to do my own research, and I went through my own got picked up my own understanding of what it is. So I'm of African. I'm a black man in America. So you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans. But what I do is I just get the barbecue, the day off, put my feet up, study for this test I got coming up. Um Study for this test I got coming up this week, and just handle my business. Um, just handle my business. That's what I got to do. So staying out the way and having a good time is a great thing to do on a day like this, because you don't have to deal with all of the backlash, and you have to deal with all of the buffoonery that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Take your time doing whatever you're doing. Take your time. Enjoy the off time. Those of you who have PTO, or those of you who get paid for the holiday today, like myself, just enjoy the day, and love yourself. Love yourself. Do stuff enough to love yourself, and that's how I celebrate a day like this. Because the traditional, it's when I was a kid. From now, it's changed. It's really changed. How you have to do with your flow with your family, flow with what your parents say, and how they. Well, my parents ain't never been 4th of July, people just like we got the flag out here and we doing the but they've always enjoyed some good barbecue and some good family and some good music and some good friends and stayed out the way. My parents always stayed out the way, so I'm continuing that tradition today. Um, yeah, I'm continuing that tradition today. Um, so I love being able to wake up the next day saying, "Hey, let me look at social media. Let me look at some of these news outlets. Let me see what happened in the world. What happened on the fourth in the world, and to know that I wasn't involved in a lot of that or I wasn't involved in none of that buffoonery. I love it. I love it. I can take myself to the gym in the morning, and just do my day like that. So I'm just sitting up here right now. I just got to finish watching two TV shows. I like to watch what is it, BMF. I watch BMF. That's a good series, and I like to watch The Shy too. I just got to finish watching those weekly shows, and now I got some time to myself. I'm finna crack open my emails and go back to studying for this test I have on Monday. This huge test on Monday. I got to take this test and pass this test. So I gotta. My mind is on definitely on that, and yeah, my mind is definitely on that. So I got to uh, stay in gear for that. So that's what I'm doing. So if anybody try to contact me out there, they got my number or by phone or whatever, and I don't get back to you right away, it's because I'm engaged in that. That's what I'm engaged in, trying to better myself and get further in life. These deal with these changes that come. So and I love and I really enjoy protecting what I value. Things that I value, I protect with the actions that I participate in, the things that I do. That's how I protect what I value in life. So that's why I'm on here today, to let everybody know, you can have a great day on the 4th of July. You don't even have to celebrate it like it's supposed to be celebrated. You can celebrate it however you want, because when Juneteenth come around and we celebrate like that, I bet you the people celebrate it how they want. So that's how we get down. That's how we get down. This is a been a great day for me. Um, been a great day for me. So I'm just around here chilling. Just around here chilling. I watched um two podcasts today. I watched the podcast with Bay Area. It's called the Bay Area. Let me see, what is it called? It's called the Bay Area history of the Bay, history of the Bay, history of the Bay. I love what they're doing over there at that history of the Bay. I love that they got some great interviews over there on history of the Bay. Um, it's on YouTube. Type in history of the Bay. They got some great interviews with a lot of Bay Area cats, telling their stories about the Bay Area and how we grew up. They got some interviews by Doobie. With Doobie, he got an interview with Sleep Dank, Kilo Kurt. He got some other videos too with some other cats around the Bay. Some other cats around the Bay. I think Too Short been on there. And the host does a wonderful job. He does a wonderful job. I like to say that. So shout out to History of the Bay. Um, I wonder what your ham right is doing today. They probably shooting some. They probably shooting something today too. Your ham right. I wonder what they shooting. Shout out to your ham right. Shout out to Coolio the Underdog, man. Shout out to Coolio the Underdog. Happy birthday, Mac Dre. Happy birthday, Mac Dre. It's just a lot of history around here, around the Bay Area where I'm from. A lot of history. A lot of history. A lot of history. So, and then another thing that happened this week. Another thing that happened this week. This is why I stay out the way. I don't. I mean, I wish I had. I wish I had some of the big money that some of these people have. Like that. I don't like to talk about people's business, but it's all out there, and it's all out there. That Diddy trial, that what they tried to hang him on, they couldn't get him on it because they didn't have the evidence. They didn't. They. I don't think they were trying the same. I don't think the prosecution was trying the same case as they said they had. So he did get convicted of a couple of slap you on the wrist counts, but the main counts he got acquitted for. And I often ask myself, why is it that these guys why is it that they get so mad that they have to put their hands on somebody? What is it? What is that about? What is that about? Somebody made somebody do something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody sparked something. And so, even though I know it's not right to put your hands on a woman if you're a man. It's not right, but it's also not right for that woman to antagonize. It's not. It's always. It's not right for that woman to do things to warrant those actions. It's not right for her to do that either. So just like with me, when I'm dealing with somebody, or if I was dealing with somebody like that. Um, I don't like to be tapped. I don't like to be, I don't like to be hit on. I don't like that. Those they call them love taps or whatever the fuck they call them. I don't like all of that. We can laugh and joke without you hitting up on me, or without you bumping me, without you pushing on me, or without I don't get down with all of that. And I say that. You know what I'm saying? I know how to take that and say, look, let's not do that again, or let's not even start that, because that right there, that pushes a person's buttons. I don't know who else. I don't know. I can speak for me. Pushes my buttons, so I can't deal with that type of stuff. So I let that be known. We can laugh and we can joke, all of that type of stuff, but that tapping and that hitting and all of that type of stuff, I don't. I've been conditioned for that not to happen to me. So I don't deal well. And I say it. Can you not do that? Can you not do that? Please, can you not do that? That's not how we interact with each other. So I asked the question. I asked the question. What did she do to him to make him fly off the handle like that and beat her ass through the hallway of a hotel? I asked that question, and I got killed on social media for asking that question. Killed on social media. I was not victim shaming at all. I was just merely asking a question. Merely asking the question, because there's a lot of women out there that do antagonize. They do get to the point to where they feel entitled, and they do say stuff, or but that's no excuse for another person to go off and hit on them like that, and kick on them and beat on them like that. There's no excuse for that. But there's reasons why things happen, and I'm one of those guys that I want to know the reason why this has occurred. That's what I want to know before I make decisions about anything. I got to know why did this happen. How did this happen? What was the teetering point? What was the tipping of the cup? What was the last straw, so to speak? I want to know. I want to know those things before I start casting my criticism, or my judgment, or anything like that over somebody when I start saying stuff about people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know first. And so that was a big thing to me. And it looked like your boy got off. It looked like he going home. After he gets sentenced, he gonna be going home. And all that for nothing. All that for nothing. All of that dragging your name through the mud for nothing. For nothing. The Homeland Security should be ashamed of themselves. The Fed should be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed of themselves. They couldn't get him on the charges that they saturated, that they put him on. They should be ashamed of themselves. But the system do work. The system do work. We have a system, and that system do work. But anyway, that's enough on that. Hopefully, I can get back on later on and get at my dog, see if he want to come on and tell his side of the story, tell his side of what he thinking. Matter of fact, I'm finna reach out to him right now. Okay, so let me see where are we going with this. Let me see. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get my guy on here. You know, and I also want to give a shout out to my young daughter. She's going to be 27. And she's 26 right now. Tatiana Janae Claiborne. Be safe out there today. What kind of dad would I be if I wouldn't say that? What kind of dad would I be? What kind of dad would I be? What kind of dad would I be if I wouldn't say that? Yeah, so yeah. What kind of dad would I be? What kind of dad would I be if I didn't say that? Yeah, my daughter. I got a wonderful daughter. She wonderful daughter. She has exceeded all my expectations of what a kid should be and what they do with their life. She's taken the bull by the horns, so to speak, and has managed her life up until this point. Um, Great, wonderfully. I can say wonderfully. I haven't had any problems with her over the years. We had a couple of bumped our heads a couple of times, but it was all over communication, and it was all over getting to understand each other, you know, as adults. Because I'm an adult first, I'm your dad first, and then to bring you up to this level. When you get up to this level, then you it's a certain way that I we have to deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't run from that. I don't run from that. I don't parent from that. I've never parent from a guilty standpoint. This is what we got to do. This is the conversation we got to have. We got to have this conversation. Why not? Let's have this conversation and let's move through, work through whatever we need to work through, and get through whatever we need to get through. Because it's only going to strengthen our relationship. And I try to understand. I'm at a different point in life right now with kids and raising kids and all that type of stuff. I don't have to. I'm not a 24-hour, 24/7. It's not a 24-hour, 24/7 deal with me, and I understand that. I wear a different hat right now. So my daughter is just a wonderful woman. Wonderful, grown into a wonderful woman. She's doing her thing. She's not in my pocket every 5 minutes. She's in her own pocket every 5 minutes because that is how we set it up. Her mother and I, that's how we set it up, and she understands. You know, if I want something, I got to go get it. I got to go make the money to go get it. I got to. There's no other way that I can I can obtain these things if I don't go to work and get it. So that's my biggest thing that I protect in my life. That's the biggest thing that I've the best thing that I've done in my life thus far is be a father and help raise my kid the best way that I could, and not let her even think about failing. You know, not even let her fail herself. Not even letting her think about doing things that aren't the way to do them. You know what I'm saying? When I came up, I had to buy my own car. I had to get my own stuff. I had to do all this other stuff on my own, which was which was a great feeling once I obtained these things. So what I wanted to do was not give her. I wanted her to feel the same way I felt, even though that I probably was in a better position than to give her things like that. I just wanted her to earn it. I wanted her to be able to earn it. So no one can take it away from you when you earn it. When you earn it and it's yours. You did that. You bought that. It's yours. You earned it. Let's do things the right way. Let's do things the right the first time, and we don't have to go back and do them. So that's how I like it. That's how I like it. Oh no, one of my friends just text me. She need to get a diagnostic. Take it in and get a diagnostic. Put that thing on the Pull those codes. Pull those codes. We got to pull. See, when our kids get vehicles, they got to know how to maintain them. So we got to teach them how to maintain them. Me personally, I wasn't always too good with messing with vehicles and stuff like that. So what I would do is I find me a reputable mechanic, somebody that I trust, and every time something went wrong with my car, I take it in, get that diagnostic. Get that diagnostic and see how we can have it fixed or what we need to do for this vehicle to keep running. These are the things that we gotta really, really, really think about when we out here rolling around, when we out here doing what we do. What makes us what keeps us going? The things that keep us going, we want to do risk. We want to have risk reduction. You know what I'm saying? When we think about our cars, we think about, hey, uh, I need to do these maintenance on. I need to do this maintenance on my car. I need to have these tires on my car. I need to get these oil changes. And I need to do these certain things so that I can keep my car running, so that I can continue to get to A to B, so my life can continue to move. Like I said earlier, I covet being able to protect the things that I value in my life. So with that being said, that's one of the things that I value in my life is my life and my livelihood. So I value those things. So I have to do whatever it takes to keep those going. Now, my personal opinion, I don't like public transit. I do not like public transit, and so I try to lessen my risk of something happening to me or happening to my vehicle by doing excuse me, doing preventative maintenance and all of that type of stuff. Or because I know that I don't like to travel using public transit. So if I don't like to travel using public transit, I got to do things to get me back and forth. That's going to have me not riding public transit. So that's just a choice. That's just a choice of mine. Yeah, and then see, um, yeah, so this is talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. Just got on here 4th of July. Recap 4th of July is however you want to spend your 4th of July, spend it. I like to spend mine eating barbecue, watching television, getting myself ready for this work week and this test that I got going on Monday. I got coming up Monday. So that's what I like doing. That's what I'm doing today for this 4th of July on this Friday. So I'm staying out the way. That's the whole thing. We want to do things today to protect the things that we value in life. We want to make low risk choices with drugs and alcohol, and I think everybody will be all right. Wherever venue you at, whatever thing you doing, whatever barbecue you at, whatever park you at, please make a great choice when it comes to drinking and driving, or doing any drugs and driving. Please do not, because we don't need to lose any more people. And not only that, you don't even need to lose your life. And you don't have to get into all of that stuff that make you spiral out of control when you get into the DUI, because you got all kind of stuff that you got to do, all kind of hoops to jump through. Let's not say we didn't. This is talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. I'm out.